What's good, YouTube? Michael here with the California Dual Association, back in it again, bringing you another combo video. Today I'm going to be doing a Zoodiac post June 12, 2017 Banlist combo video for you guys. Showcasing the one card combos for you guys. Obviously there's two card combos, but those are more up to interpretation. Those are up to a lot of, you can just experiment and get different boards every time. So I'm just going to show you the basic one card combos. I have the Rat and Tanky combo, the Barrage combo, of course, and then there is a combo I use to play around Flying Sea, but of course I do main deck the Stardust Charge Warrior, so I will take that into account when getting to that combo. So I have three really great combos for you guys today. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start with the Rat / Tanky combo. Of course, these are the exact same combo, so we'll just go ahead and just start with the Tanky. So you activate Tanky, search the Rat, of course. Normal summon. Now you have to activate the effect of Rat, unfortunately. I know back in the day you didn't have to because you had Fusion Sub to fall back on, but now we have to activate the Rat to send Ram to grave. Now you want to play My Body as a shield, because if this gets Ghost Ogred, your play's pretty much dead in the water unless you have a Barrage in hand to recur your play. But we're just acting like we don't, so of course they don't have the Ghost Ogre right now. Now, we're going to go ahead and go into Borbo. Now, a lot of you guys should know this combo from playing Zoos in the past. This is like the combo you do when you don't have Fusion Sub, access to Fusion Sub, or you're trying to play around a Retaliating Sea. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm still going to go over it. We go into Borbo first, and we detach the special. Now, the reason we use Borbo's effect to special instead of going in straight into a Broad Bull is because we are trying to play around Ghost Ogre, because if you get Ghost Ogre on the Broad Bull, then you won't have access to a search. So the same reason we're going to go into Shaka 9 right now instead of Broad Bull is because if this gets Ghost Ogred, you're going to want to still generate some sort of advantage instead of getting Ghost Ogred on the Broad Bull. So you go ahead and activate Shaka 9's effect to summon back the Ram right now. And then from here, you go into Broad Bull, of course. Now, Broad Bull, you can pretty much search anything in your deck, but you kind of always want to search Whiptail. So that'll get you one Whiptail to your hand. And then from here, you want to go ahead and make a big Drident. So you're going to go Hammer Kong, and you're going to overlay into Drident. Now from here, Drident's going to go ahead and pop the Ram. So that's going to trigger Ram's effect in the graveyard to special summon a Rat Pierre back. Because remember, we can't exceed someone with this Ram, so we have to get back the Rat Pierre in order to make our Emerald play. So here we go ahead and go into Daigusto Emerald. And we're going to activate Emerald's effect. We're going to shuffle back one Rat Pierre, one Broad Bull, and one Shaka 9. And that's going to net us one draw. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 cards off of 1. So +4 is pretty good, guys. That is the first combo, and I will be moving on to the next one right away. Alright guys, so now moving on to the second combo. Of course, this is going to be the Barrage combo. This is going to net you a little bit different board. This is going to end you with a Emerald, a 2000 defense Trident, and a Tiger Mortar, and 1 draw. So it's still going to give you 4 cards. So it's still really strong. Of course, we're going to take a little bit different steps getting there. Of course, you're going to activate the Barrage, and you're going to pop itself, praying that they don't have Ash and Ogre. So we're just going to act like they don't for the sake of this combo. And we're going to go ahead and summon Ram. Now, you don't want to summon Rat, because if you summon Rat, you won't be able to combo off completely. So we're going to go into Ram first. From there, we're going to go straight into Broad Bull. You're going to activate Broad Bull's effect to search the Rat to your hand, because you haven't normal summoned yet. Then you're going to go ahead and normal summon the Rat Pierre. And you can activate its effect if you want. You don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and send the Whiptail from deck with Rat's effect, just to make sure we have enough targets for Emerald. I'm sure we will. So from here, you go ahead and go into either Hammer Kong or Borbo. It doesn't really matter at this point. We're going to go ahead and go to Borbo, activate effect to summon. So you're going to summon a Rat Pierre from deck. So this is what your board should look like after the third step. From here, you're going to go ahead and make a Shaka 9 on top of the Broad Bull. It's important that you make it on top of the Broad Bull, because you want to be able to shuffle the Broad Bull back with the Emerald, and you're going to special back the Ram. From here, you're going to go ahead and go into, this turns into the first combo from this point on. You're going to go Hammer Kong Trident, and then you're going to go ahead and detach the Shaka 9 to pop the Ram. Ram's effect is going to activate, bringing back the Rat Pierre. You're going to go ahead and overlay the Rat Pierres together to make your Emerald. And then from here, you guys can go ahead and detach the rat. Shuffle back the Shock-A-9, Broad Bull, and Rat to net you a draw. And then, of course, you can go into Tiger Mortar, activate Tiger Mortar's effect, target the Ram or the Whiptail, whatever you choose, and then put it under the Trident for extra protection. So there you have a 2000 defense Trident with 2 pops, a bald Tiger Mortar, an Emerald, and 1 draw. Still gives you a +4 off of 1 card, guys. Really, really powerful, I would have to say. So yeah, this is the second combo. Moving on to the third and final combo, I'm going to show you guys how to play around Flying Sea if you guys play the Stardust Charge Warrior, which I highly recommend. So stay tuned for that combo coming up right now. Alright guys, so for the third combo, I'm going to be showing you guys how to play around Flying Sea if you guys main the Stardust Charge Warrior. It's important that you guys play Stardust Charge Warrior this format just because Flying Sea is such a powerful card against this deck. Let's just go ahead and get into it, guys. I'll show you how to do it. Basically, you want to preserve your normal summon as long as possible in case they Flying Sea you. So you can normal summon the Ghost Ogre or Ghost as Synchro and make Stardust Charge Warrior and then proceed with your Zoo combo. So we're going to have to stall out the normal summon as much as possible while still generating a lot of advantage. So of course you're going to activate Barrage, activate effect, pop itself, bring out Ram. So now if they're smart, this is where they would Flying Sea you. Then you would just normal summon Ghost Ogre Snow Wrap Synchro for Stardust Charge Warrior, then do your entire play. But if they're extra smart and they assume that you play Stardust Charge Warrior, they will hold the Flying Sea until you waste your normal summon. So normally the play would be you would make you would just follow the last combo, of course, and then you use your normal summon on the Rat. Then they would Flying Sea you, and you would then eventually just lose because you had no way to out the Flying Sea. So if you do the last combo I did right here, you lose the Flying Sea because you waste your normal summon. But we're going to do this combo a little bit differently here. We're going to go ahead and activate Broad Bull's effect to search the Rat. So this does look like the last combo, believe me, it's not. So this is your hand right now. You have Rat, Ghost Ogre in hand. Just in case they Flying Sea you. And then you're going to go ahead and go straight into Shock-A-9. Now, it's important you go into Shock-A-9 here because if you normal summon the Rat first, you won't have access to Shock-A-9 because Flying Sea will just stop you dead in your tracks. So now we're going to summon back the Ram with Shock-A-9's effect. Then from here, we're going to go straight into a 3-material Trident. Now, the reason we go into Trident right here is because when we are getting ready to normal summon the Rat Pierre, so if we normal summon the Rat Pierre and they Flying Sea you, you can pop it with Trident. Very, very easy, easy way to play around the Flying Sea, of course. So now that we are playing around we've played around the Flying Sea successfully, we can go ahead and normal summon the Rat Pierre, and you do or don't have to activate the effect. We're going to just go ahead and activate the effect, send the Whiptail, or we could even send the second Ram. Doesn't really matter at this point. And then they can't Flying Sea you because you're just going to pop it off with Trident. And yeah, if you pop it off with Trident, you'll just end with like a sort of mediocre board because you won't be able to gain access to Emerald, but you'll still have the Trident on board and you'll still be able to make other rank 4s on top of this Rat here and attach Whiptails and stuff. So just being able to make this Trident really, really stops the Flying Sea play a lot. So we're just going to go ahead and just continue to play the combo out. So we'll activate Rat's effect, summon Rat. Of course, you don't have to. You could just pop the Ram, summon back the Whiptail, but we don't want to do that. We're going to go ahead and pop the Ram now. Ram effect activates, special summons back to Rat Pierre, and you go ahead and go into your Emerald. Now, of course, they could Flying Sea you here, but like I said, you still have the Trident to play around that, and just really, really strong, guys. I feel like this is the best way to play around the Flying Sea. You get your Trident no matter what, and that's really the most important part. And then you get your draw right here. Boom. So this is still the best way to make your Trident Emerald play playing around Flying Sea, assuming that you do main the Stardust Charge Warrior. So I hope you guys learned something from this combo. I really, really thought this was interesting when I created this last night during my playtesting. So hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to move on to the fourth and final combo. I'm going to be showing you guys how to play around board wipes going first. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so for the fourth and final combo, I'm going to be showing you guys how to play around board wipes such as Dark Hole Regeki or Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. This is a very, very important way, very, very important combo to know. Just because you might not always have my body as a shield, and this is a very, very strong combo to fall back on in case you are afraid of board wipes or playing an opponent you know mains a lot of board wipes in general. Like if you're playing a kaiju build, of course, you want to play around the slumber as much as possible. So you're going to have one of these two cards. So we're going to say we have the Tanky. So you activate Tanky, normal summon Rat, activate effect. They don't have any hand traps. They're not going to stop the play. So boom, you send Ram. Now this does look very familiar to our first combo, so just bear with me. It does change up, I promise. Detach the Rat to special summon the other Rat. Then you go ahead and go into Shaka 9. Detach the special summon out the Ram. From here, you go into Broad Bull. Now, it's important that when you activate Broad Bull's effect, you search Whiptail to hand, because this is one of your essential combo pieces. From here, you go into Hammer Kong, Dryden. Activate the effect of Dryden to pop the Ram. Ram effect triggers special summoning Rat. From here, you go ahead and overlay into another Shaka 9. Now, I know you don't get the draw off this, but trust me, it's worth it if you're trying to play around board wipes, because you do end with another Dryden, and it's very, very strong. So then you activate Shaka 9's effect because it is generic, and you summon out the Ram. That's pretty much it, guys. From here, you can go into Tiger Mortar, but it doesn't really matter because you have the Whiptail in hand. And this is basically the combo right here. I know it looks pretty lackluster, but if they have the Dark Hole, let's say they Raigeki your board, okay? So say they activate Raigeki, your board gets wiped, but then your Ram triggers, specialing back out your Dryden. You can actually chain your Whiptail to put under your Dryden, and your Dryden is still alive. So if they stand by main phase and then Raigeki you can still end with a Dryden on this board, and then be able to play around the rest of hopefully be able to have enough hand traps and traps on board to play around their board with the one Dryden pop that this still nets you. So very, very strong, guys. Does help you play around board wipes, but unfortunately does not net you a draw. I don't know what you consider is more important in today's meta, but I just thought you guys should know this combo in case you are afraid of Dark Hole Raigeki or Interrupt the Kaiju Slumber. So I hope you guys really, really enjoyed the video, man. If you guys did, make sure you leave a huge thumbs up. Make sure you leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what kind of crazy combos you guys have come up with for the new ban list, man. I'm really, really excited for this format. So I hope you guys are too. If you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe for more fire video content in the future. With that, I'm Michael with the California Duelist Association signing off. Have a good one. Peace.